Hey, what's up, fam? Thank y'all for tuning in once again. As always, be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And when you do subscribe, hit the notification bell so every time I drop a video, you will be the first to know about it. Well, we're still talking about Nathan Wade and Fani Willis and one Terrence Bradley. Now, as y'all know, yesterday, they had the closing remarks for this whole case to see if Fani and Nathan Wade will be kicked off the Trump case. And everybody's doing those stories, okay? So we don't really need to get into that. Maybe once the decision comes out, then we'll hit it head on, or if some more evidence comes out, we'll jump right into it. But what we're going to talk about today is Fani Willis and her emotions. Now recall, I told you guys that I believe Nathan Wade cheated on Fani Willis. Not really sure you can call it cheating because they say if you're single, well, he was married, so cheating on his wife. Well, he was messing with someone else besides Fani, and I believe she found out. And I said that because during the depositions where Nathan Wade spoke first and then Fani Willis came out later, remember Nathan Wade said that when they asked him, do he recall renting cabins? And I think it was 2022, 2023. I can't recall what year. But asked him, do he recall renting cabins? And he was like, on a certain date. And you know how they do. They look at him and they got it bad. Him and Terrence and Fani. When somebody asks them a question, they're trying to look for details, look for some kind of loophole that they can pinpoint and say, right here it was wrong. But anyway, so he's sitting there looking at the paper like he didn't understand what the lawyer was saying, and she was like, look, you ain't got to read through 1,000 pages. Just need to know, do you recall renting cabins on, like, I think it was September, either July or September of this certain year? And he said, well, I've rented plenty of cabins. And then the lawyer asked him, have you ever been to a cabin with Fani? Which he replied after a long 15-second pause, which probably seemed like hours to him at that point. Probably was looking at his life flash before his eyes, saw his career going in shambles, his marriage is already gone. Now his life is just ruined. And he said no. And I said that at that moment, Fani got pissed. At that moment, that's why Fani ran up to that courtroom and testified. She was pissed at the white woman for calling her out or trying to, put these charges on her. I'm sure there was something on her that she didn't like or didn't agree with or what have you. But then her man, Nathan Wade, came out there, somebody that she spoke highly of at the church house. But when he came and said, and he didn't say nothing defamatory, it's just that one sentence that pretty much destroyed that whole case. Had nothing to do with what's really going on, but Fani Willis allowed her emotions to get the best of her. So that's why she ended up going up there with that backwards dress with the bow tie in the front, making a fool out of herself. She went up there and emasculated that man. She tried to tell the white lawyer that she would not allow him to sit there and emasculate a black man. And he was stunned, like, what are you talking about? She was baiting. She was trying to put something in that had nothing to do with what they was talking about. And she was like, he had a certain type of cancer. No, what did he ask her? He asked her, has she had any contact with Nathan Wade? And she was like, I will not allow you to sit here and emasculate a black man. He was like, what? Like, what are you talking about? Hell, all of us dudes like, what is she talking about? All of us black American men were like, huh? Where did she get that from? That she go with that bullcorn again. We can't, no. We can't co-sign that. And then she says he had a certain type of cancer. So I would not allow you to emasculate this black man. So basically saying that he had maybe some kind of testicular, prostate, or some kind of cancer, which made it to where he couldn't perform much. That was a shot. Then she also said that he told her that, they'd had arguments because he was upset that he couldn't understand that they were equals. And he told her that the only thing a woman can do for him is make a sandwich. Now, men know, and people, I'm gonna say men, we know what that statement stems from, right? That's a statement from after you done clap them cheeks, clap them cakes, and put the work in. You tell your woman to go make you a sandwich. And you got some girls who make a joke, women who make jokes about that too. Like, oh man, if we do this and do it like that, I go make him a sandwich anytime. It's just like an ongoing little joke. So when he's saying that, she probably felt, no, to me, it's a shot that's thrown out at the other woman. The other woman who's probably in the same field, same business, who thinks that Nathan Wade is all that, who she found out that he was messing with the same time he messing with Fani. When his stuff ain't working, but you got plenty of women. Come on now. She hating. She upset. She hurt. And so she showed her hurtness. So when I say that, you might be wondering, where did I get that from? Well, it comes from these text messages that Megyn Kelly, the journalist Megyn Kelly, came across between Terrence Bradley, who was Nathan Wade's divorce lawyer, and Ashley Merchant, which is one of Donald Trump's co-defendants lawyers. So they was reading through what was it? It wasn't Megyn Kelly who read it. I think it was the lead attorney. I was watching him, and he was going through like these text messages. And one of them I heard, and it caught my attention. Well, a couple of them I heard, and it caught my attention, and it was about another woman. So let me go here real quick what to say. PBS. So you go to Twitter or X, what do you want to call it, and one little message exchange between Ashley Merchant and Terrence Bradley says, Ashley asked Terrence, does Fani know about the Sonia Allen affair? And Terrence Bradley responds, yes, that's her. That's the East Point apartment person. Now, I think what they're saying is that Fani Willis had to move around a lot because she was, threats on her life or what have you. So she stayed at the one lady's house. I can't think of her name, but she's the first person that testified against Fani. Stayed at her condo, and then I think she also stayed at this Sonia Allen's condo. So that's where, like I said, the East Point apartment, because Fani said they're trying to figure out if Nathan. Well, they're all trying to figure out when the relationship started. So trying to figure out like everywhere she lived, if Nathan Wade went to any of these condos at any time, because you can live. They're probably thinking, hey, she can live somewhere and not have her name on it, so they can't prove that he went to her house, went to go see her. Could have went to go see anybody, right? So that's probably how they try to play it. But it's all coming out because you got this dude, Terrence Bradley. And let me say something about Terrence Bradley. With friends like Terrence Bradley, who needs enemies? Terrence Bradley sold you out. Sold his boy out for 10 years, sold him out because I feel he thought he was going to clap some white cakes in Ashley Merchant. And I believe that if I'm still critically thinking, I want to believe that Ashley Merchant and her team bet on that. They probably sought out people who they can use to discredit Fani and Nathan. Because remember, like I said, you going after the president of the United States, who got worldwide connection, who had worldwide connection before he became president. When he became president, he got closer connections, and probably even after, he got even more. So he got people that he can just, get a hold of. So you just say the word and he'd be like, okay, just, we'll take care of this. So they out here fishing. That's what these lawyers get paid for, the big bucks. So they out here fishing, looking, searching for somebody. They come across Terrence Bradley. He was somehow, they found out he was Nathan Wade's divorce lawyer, but no longer his divorce lawyer. So they probably wonder what happened, right? Then they come to find out that he had a couple of assault charges on him while he was Nathan Wade's, while he was his attorney and his partner. And then he got dismissed. Because matter of fact, let's go to, let me see something right quick. Where's this law and crime? Read something real quick. It says, it's a little quick excerpt. It seems the most Sato would get from Bradley was his response to an email praising Merchant's work. In that email to Bradley, because Bradley was like denying all this stuff and playing crazy, like he didn't know what he was talking about. Merchant attached a copy of the motion to disqualify Wade and Willis, and Bradley testified. He replied in the text message, looks good. Then near the end of his own lengthy examination of the witness, Trump's attorney asked Bradley about the circumstances in which he and Wade stopped working together as law firm partners. Bradley testified their informal partnership was dissolved due to, in part, to a disagreement over Wade's divorce case. And the people believe that somehow that Wade was trying to do something to hide money from his wife and this and third, and they probably did have a disagreement about it. Anyway, while also maintaining those details were covered by attorney-client privilege. Okay. Then came the cross-examination. The state elicited testimony that Bradley had, in fact, left the law firm under a cloud of 2 allegations of sexual assault. Bradley confirmed one of those allegations. He said he had no knowledge of the other alleged victim or incident, and strong denied that any actual assault had ever taken place. But if you recall, he did say that they paid, that the law firm, that he was supposed to get some kind of money when he left, but he didn't. And that the money went to those people, those females, or the accusers of the assault. He played like he didn't know what happened. He played like he didn't know that they got paid. He knew nothing about it, but it's like, but you didn't get your money. And isn't it true that the money that was paid to them came out of your, I guess, pension or retirement, whatever it was? And he, got them long pauses, but he had to pretty much damn near admit it. That, yeah. And from what I've heard, one of the accusers was in the courtroom at the time, just in case he wanted to sit there and deny it. But it was all about destroying credibility. That's why she was there. So he had a couple of assaults. So it was basically, to me, I'm gonna say they was probably banking on him throwing himself at Ashley Merchant. So I don't know how they got in touch with each other, how the conversation started, but when you read some of the texts, and when Megan Kelly reads some of the texts, it seemed very flirtatious, very friendly, not really business-like. And I think they said, hey, let's run with this. Just be flirty, be friendly with him. It seems like he would give up his mama if he think he got a chance with you. I think she ran with it. Maybe unethical. Can you prove it? No. But hey, I think that's what happened. Because that dude told her everything. Told her stuff she didn't even ask for. And gave details. And if he couldn't find it, he said, hey, ask this person. Go look here. Look this up. And you'll find exactly who you're looking for. Gave all kind of stuff. And these messages went on for months. And then he gave her compliments. Said she was great. Said she was big. Said she'll do fine. You know what I'm saying? You're my friend. I trust you. And all that kind of stuff. And she texts back saying, hey, I was just checking up on you. All that kind of flirtatious stuff over text messages. And I heard phone calls too. So I think he just thought that he was just going to get him some. They took a gamble and it worked. So back to why Fani was pissed. So like I say, you go to X, and like I say, some of these texts say, like I said, actually, I think I already said this, but it said, does Fani know about the Sonia Allen affair? Terrence Bradley said, yes, that's her. That's the East Point apartment person. And Ashley replied, she is key. Thank you. She also knows about all the media company payments. Terrence Bradley replied, not sure if Fani knew about him and Sonia. Then another set of text says, Ashley says, my main question has always been, how did Sonia feel about Fani taking her man? Terrence Bradley replied, and this is like all within a minute, but they text fast. Ah, dang, it said 9:59, 9:59, 9:59. My God, they must text. I can't text that dang fast. I'm sorry. Not sure how she felt or feels. Her and Nathan were extremely close now. It started romantic, but when I left, it was more brother-sisterly. But occasionally, they would mess around. There you have it. I believe Terrence told Ashley Merchant the truth. I don't think it was speculated. He speculated anything because none of his texts would make it seem like he speculated. He was like, look, this is what it is. If you need to find the evidence, go here, go there. And the evidence was supposedly found. Fani, like I say, she messed up. So she got up there and she said a bunch of mess that made no sense, a bunch of mess that made her look even worse. And then them lawyers just ran with it. If her and Nathan don't get kicked off this case, I'd be surprised, and I would have, if I was living in Georgia, man, I'd have no trust in the judicial system out there, especially with that guy, what's his name, Judge Scott, with him being over anything, because that dude is compromised. He would be, if he allows them to stay on the trial, because it sounded like the way he was talking in the closing arguments, it sounded like he was almost trying to cape for Fani, like coming up with every excuse of why not to kick her off, or trying to rebut anything that those lawyers, that Trump and his co-defendants lawyers were saying. But I don't know. But hey, like I say, man, look, emotions will destroy you. Emotions will destroy. That's why a lot of men say that we just don't trust women being in control of a lot of stuff, like being ahead. All those scriptures tell them not to anyway. But you got women who want to, run things, and it's like, just can't trust them because they will get emotional. See, they'll try to do the same thing that men do, what Fani say, and Fani and the New Orleans lawyer and the lawyer from Dalton, what they all say, if I was a white man, you wouldn't have no problem. All these questions wouldn't arise. So the problem is you're trying to do what men do, white or black or whoever, just any man in power, you're trying to do what they do because you feel they get away with it. But like I always say, they are the ones in control. You can't do what the people in control are doing until you are in total control. Not just control over a couple of people in your office, but I'm talking about the control of the system. As long as, let's say, white men are in control of a system, then you can't do anything until you control that system. If black men, if any man, hell, if any woman is in control of a whole system, then men cannot fathom trying to do what they do. It's just the way life is. But the thing about life is you have to understand is that time comes with change, and change comes with time. So maybe one day, who knows, things will flip. I don't know. But right now, you just got to play the game like you got to play the game, period. And if you don't want to play the game, you end up in situations like this. But anyway, tell me what y'all think about this story, y'all. Leave your comments below and then share it with the world. Let's dialogue. You know how we do it over here. Hey, if you want to support the channel, you can support with super chat, super thanks. And you can also click in the description box and there'll be ways that you can also support the channel here. But with that being said, I leave you in peace and I'll see you on the other side.